Yo, what up guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about solo leveling Arise. And it's a different game for me. I started like 1.5 weeks ago, and if you haven't checked it out, I would really recommend you check it out because the game is extremely free to play friendly, and I'm currently really enjoying the game. But in today's video we're going to be talking about the raid up for the custom draw, and which characters you should be choosing, which weapons you should be choosing, and why. So let's jump right into it. Let's take these out. So the first character that you really want to get into your selection is gonna be Mireille, or like people call it, Mia, Mia Mireille. The reason why that is because her raw damage is currently the highest in the entire game. So at A1, she's already really good, but at A3 and A5, her damage skyrockets. So, and she's a lot of enemies are weak to wind element. So she's like probably the best damage leader in the entire game right now. For the hunters, of course, Sun Jinwoo is probably better, but the second character that you really want in your arsenal is gonna be Go Gun Hee. And by the way, for Mireille, you want to strive for A3, and I mean at least get her to A3, and eventually you want to get her to A5 because her A5 gives a lot of crit hit and crit damage, or no, it gives a damage, like an 80% damage boost, I believe, to her skills. So that's quite a lot. And the second is Go Gun Hee. I mean, this guy just has it all. He can break. At A1, he can buff light element. He can he can shield himself. What else can he do? So he's a big tank. He can break. He can buff your enemies, and overall he's like a jack of all trades. He can do basically everything. He's not exceptional, and he can do a lot of damage. So he's not like really exceptional. Like for example, Mireille is exceptional in the damage dealing department, but he's like above average in every single aspect. So best character in the game, like for me at least, in terms of value overall, and you can use him in a lot of teams. And the third one I would really recommend you guys use is going to be the Plum Sword. And the reason why the Plum Sword is so great is because it is a universal weapon, like people call it. The same goes for the Grimoire. Grimoire is also really good, although the Plum is definitely, in my opinion, better. And the Plum just gives you crit hit rate, crit damage, does insane amounts of damage for the weapon itself. And you definitely want to get this to not at least A5, but you definitely want to strive for A5, because at A5 this weapon just does so much damage. It's crazy. And for the fourth spot, you definitely want, I mean, this is kind of debatable, because you could go for another hunter. That's actually what I would recommend you guys do. So you could go for another character like Min Byung-gu, or Min, and you definitely want to get him to A1, because his A1 boosts crit hit and crit damage. So a really nice overall healer, and also a buffer. You could also go for different buffers like Han Se-mi or this chick, or you could also go for an almighty breaker like Harper. Those are the recommendations I would go for if you choose to invest in a and of course Cha Hain. Also, Cha is an amazing light damage dealer. If you invest into Thomas, the current radar banner, Cha is still good. I mean, Cha still does insane amounts of damage, but Thomas is like on par with her, maybe even a bit better. So if you invest like into A5 Thomas, maybe it's not the best to take Cha. That's for your opinion. And if you want to get another Sun Jinwoo weapon, the weapon I would recommend is gonna be a Moon Shadow, or DKD, aka the Demon King daggers. The Demon King daggers currently have the highest damage potential for Sangjinu weapons, but like the Plum Sword, Moon Shadow is also like a universal, really good weapon. The same goes for the Themis Grimoire. Grimoire also nice, but personally I really like DKD, man. Especially at A1, A3. The thing gets such high power spikes, it's crazy. So yeah, that's basically it for the raid up list. So I would recommend you guys Moon Shadow or DKD. You can choose. I picked Min actually for beginner players like this, and then Thomas on the raid up banner. And the reason why I picked another character instead of a weapon is because you also have a weapon draw. So the 3 best weapons for me, of course, Thetis Grimoire comes just after these 3, but DKD, Moon Shadow, and Plum are gonna be your best friends for a long time. So if you pick Plum here, pick DKD and Moon Shadow here. If you pick DKD here, you can go for Plum and Moon Shadow here. And the same goes if you pick Moon Shadow here, you can go for Plum and DKD right here. So that way you have all the important bases covered, and you can start off your account like the best way possible. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is probably only for beginner players. If you invested in those, got Mirai to A3 or A5, got Min to A1, Go Gun-Hee to A3, or at least A1, and your Plum to A5, then you can swap out Plum or keep it in, go for A10, your opinion. And you can switch it out for DKD or Moon Shadow. But that's for later stages, and especially for beginner players. I see a lot of people returning, as me included, to the game. I played it a bit when I was like at release. But the game looks fire, man. You get a lot of rewards for free. This is mostly a video for beginner players. But if you're a veteran player, please let me know if you have any tips for me. If you want to see me dive deeper into characters, so like explain the reason why Mirai at A3 is like really good, or why you want Go Gun-Hee to get to A1 at least. I could go into detail about that, etc, etc. By the way, guys, if you look at my light, I got a new light. If it's too bright, please let me know, because it might be too bright. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.